What's up, traders? Back here from BitcoinBikini.com. Let's do some trading on HyroTrader. And let's first start with, so I'm on TradingView here. I just had some dinner, ready to open up some trades, but let's go through the process of making a free trial on HyroTrader. And also, let's go just through the steps of how that works. So go through it with me. I already started it here with Clio, but I'll just go through the process with you again. So free trial, just click there. So it's HyroTrader.com. It's HYRO trader.com. I already have an account, so I just go to my account. And then I'm on this Clio. I'm using Clio. There's an option to use either Clio or Bybit. And I chose Clio because it's no KYC and it works for Americans. And I used Clio because also this was $100,000 and I didn't need to connect my Bybit account. So I just wanted to try this out as the simplest way to just get started right away. So that's what I recommend you do. So you go here, click here, and this will automatically take you now into Clio.finance. And again, this is a demo account. We don't have to be so like high strung about it, right? Because we're using a demo account, so we're practicing, right? And this is so important. And this is when I started trading 10 years ago, this is what I avoided and what I shouldn't have avoided, okay? This is the exact thing that I should have done. Now, so we're going to decide, we have a $100,000 balance here. Let me grab a pointer so I can point some stuff out here. Let me see my tool. Okay, so we have this, this is our balance here. Obviously it's fake money. This is a demo account, as you can see here. And we're going to now place a trade, either long or short. I'm going to just start out with Bitcoin for this introductory video because we're just starting out. Let's just stick with the basics, the most liquid asset in crypto. And remember, with HyroTrader, you're trading their capital and you're sharing the profits. Okay, but this is just step one. They have a challenge that you have to do to pass and to get into their higher levels and be able to use their capital. But this is just step one, and this is the fastest way to get started. So you just go to HyroTrader.com. It's HYRO, Hyro, I don't know, say it how you want. HyroTrader.com, HYROTRADER.com, HyroTrader. I'll put it in the show notes as well. So you go there and then you make an account and you can click to do a demo and you choose Clio. Okay, and that's what I did here. So and then go to Clio. I'm going to show you again. Here I am and that basically you're connecting your Clio to their to HyroTrader, and that's where it's giving you the $100,000 of fake money. Now let's decide what to trade. Enough mumbo jumbo. Let's actually trade. Okay, this is TradingView, and I'm using an indicator that I have purchased. It's called Web3 Quant Pro. It's pretty pricey. I'm not recommending it to anybody. It's actually pretty hard to use, but that's what you're seeing here. Let's just forget about the indicator. Let's turn it off and just look at this chart purely from a raw perspective and not look at anything else, okay? We can get rid of all our indicators here. We don't need any of these. Let's just look at this raw, okay? No indicators, just us and the charts. So what do we see here? We see Bitcoin obviously started like this bull run in April of this latest kind of bull leg. And we see obviously like these lows. This is how I look at the chart. So this low, you have this low, you have at 75K, that got respected and it bounced from there. Then you have this right here at 100,000, right under 100,000. And then from there it went up. And then this is obviously a liquidation wick. It's really hard to take this wick super seriously. I tend to look more at the candles. So that is how I'm looking at that. Now, if I'm looking at this chart and I'm deciding on what if I should do long or if I should short, for me, it's if I'm looking at a multi-week trade, I'm going to go long here because I still have a bullish bias. It's Q4, so that's part of the reasoning for the trade. It's a bullish quarter. October, November, December tend to be green, higher months for Bitcoin, and you're at the end of a 4-year cycle. So being bullish here for one last leg is not unreasonable. So let's put in a long. Now, we're not so sure of our thesis, so let's not go crazy with the leverage. Let's leave it at 5x, and we're going to trade with, let's see, we're going to use 10% of our account here. So it's 10K, you're seeing, okay, let me just get my pointer so we can point this out better. So we have here, we have 10K, and then we have also, we can look at 2% is our margin, and that's because we're using 5x leverage. So if we really wanted to use truly 10% of our account, we would actually pump this to 50,000 because we're using 5x leverage, and that would be 50,000 USDT is the trade size. So let's put that trade on. Let's see what we get with that position. So the margin, okay, let's just check. We always want to check here. So our position size is 50,000. So actually, I was wrong in that. Wait, let's see here. If I'm using 10%. No, that's right. Okay. I just sometimes you get confused with these numbers with the margins and the percents. It can be a little bit tricky sometimes, but bear with me. So your trade value, the whole value of the trade is 50K, and you're using 10K of your money to place that trade. So let's place the trade. Okay. So again, 50,000. It's always good to check this before going for the trade. So 50K here, and you're using 10K of your money. So it's 1 to 5. So that's 5x leverage. The more you do this, the more you'll get used to it. Oh, there we go. And we place the trade. So now we can see that our trade is open down here. And this is where we can monitor the trade. Now, this is also where we can add in a stop loss, which would protect our capital in the case that our trade would start moving against us. And we can also put a take profit. So if we're away from the computer or asleep, we can close the trade in profit without missing it. So these are automated functions. So let's do that. Let's figure out where we can place the take profit now. So we go over here to the stop loss, and you can use percentages, or I prefer to just use the price. So I'm going to I want this trade to be invalidated at what price level. Okay, I don't want it to go, I'm not so confident that I want to have it really wide open. When you're really confident about a trade, you can keep it a very wide stop loss and kind of eat the loss while you're waiting for it to go in your direction. But in this case, I'm not that confident in it, so I'm going to put 109,500 is my stop loss. And then for my take profit, I want to see Bitcoin go back to like these levels and reclaim 112. So I'm going to put 112. And then where do we, so I'm doing this with you guys for the first time. So that didn't do it. Okay, let's try this again. This just can't be. Okay, so let's put that again here. Okay, so it looks like I'm not able to set it while let's see if I can edit this. Okay, let's see. Here we go. So I'm just doing this with you guys together. So I think this will do it now. So I'm editing the trade that I already have open. Oh, there we go. Save. And now we have it saved. So get rid of this because this was what I was doing there was opening up a whole new trade because you can open up multiple trades at once with the rest of your capital. Because remember, you're only using 10% of your capital. That's the point of margin. And it's not just for gambling, it's for making your capital more efficient, spreading out your capital. But notice here, so let's get rid of this just so it doesn't confuse us. And then let's finish up with our pointer tool and just take a look at our trade that we did. So we opened this trade up 3.5 minutes ago for about half a BTC. Open price was 110K and a half. The TP that we set was 112,000 and the stop loss was $109,500. Now we're at a little bit of a loss right now. Also the fees involved, but we're keeping the trade open. We're not high confidence, but I'm going to check in on this trade. This is a swing trade. It can be open for about a week or two, depending on the market conditions, right? So I'm going to check in on this trade. I'm going to babysit it. I'm going to check in on it again in the morning, but I don't need to sweat, remember, because I have that stop loss in place to protect me. So let me know what questions you have about this, and I'll see you in the next video.